He's not using the microphone at the moment because it's raining outside, so he said he'll use the other one up at Carnoustie, which we're
more short. I mean, we're only here for another 44 minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can see the time up there. It's 2:16 at the moment. We're only here till 3 o'clock, so I thought, well, I'll just use this one now.
I was going to do a 43, but my phone got drained, so I decided not to record. We were going to go to Arbroath originally today, but in the weather, we just thought we'd just do it nice and simple today. We are back tomorrow. The Cannabis station, we're doing the X1, the quest that's been requested for a couple of months now, and X10.
Yeah, the X10 Glasgow back to Stirling, and I think we've got a few other things. Have we not got something towards the end of the month as well? Did we not say?
Not that I know of.
Or is it May I'm thinking on?
Got a couple of places in May.
Yeah, that could be what it is.
May we've got. We've got Trem, Reston, Glasgow, doing Belcourt Station, and two from Silverburn to Brea.
And we're looking at maybe a date for the new E4 service from Fort William to Edinburgh as well.
Yeah, and then we can also sort out a date, if possible, for the fly coach.
Yeah.
Dundee to, because what I'm thinking is that we're going to do Dundee to Edinburgh Airport, do the tram for you guys, it'd be nice to treat for you guys, do the tram on the way back, and then do the fly service back to Dundee, and then subject to availability between us two. Obviously, if I'm not available, you can do fly run. For those that don't know, Export and D also do the fly services from Aberdeen to Edinburgh Airport. I don't know whereabouts you're picking up in Aberdeen, so.
Well, that's one thing I don't know either. I mean, I haven't a clue personally, to be honest.
I only heard it the other day. So.
I just heard it's a new service that was launched, and I know some of you out there will probably request the 787 from St Andrews to Edinburgh Airport, which is the new interdeck service that's linking St Andrews, Cooper, Kinross.
It's Dublin, Kinross.
Yeah. Also Holbeath and Edinburgh Airport.
We're going to Ferrytown.
I don't think so.
Because they're doing that for the 7 for 7.
I don't think it'll be calling it Ferrytown, to be honest. Oh. Sorry, folks. Aaron's just taking a phone call at the moment. He's not using another microphone because it's raining outside, and he likes to go outside and take pictures of the trains. So I'm just using one. I'm staying in here at the moment. I'm being more chicken, you could say. But there's not much really passing here. There was a 43 went past here about 5 minutes ago, but I didn't get a chance to go live when it went past. It was the one that didn't stop, so we're planning to be here till it's 20 past 2 at the moment. That one at 14:14 to Aberdeen is running about 20 minutes late due to a signal failure. I can't exactly see what it's at the moment. It might tell us delayed due to a fault with the signalling system.
Well, I passed Dunblane at 22.
Well, it's departing Perth at 2:03. It's an intercity service, first class available. Intercity service.
It's probably Dundee, just before I say in Dundee.
Busway says, "Why, hey Alba. Hello mate, how you doing? You not saying hello to Aaron as well?"
I'm not going to be talking too much today, but I do feel my voice going to be a bit wider.
It's kind of getting a bit croaky. Kind of getting a little bit like this, you know.
You've got a windmill foaming in the back of your head.
I've got a windmill foaming in the back of my head.
Yeah,
cheeky kid.
You do your part from the environment, that's right.
On Busplay says, "Hey shorty." That nickname's catching on. Blame me for that. And I suppose my nickname could be Shrek. No, little donkey. I'm an ogre.
Good image, General.
Cheeky pucker.
That's me sugarcoating it, guys.
No, well, yeah, that's true. Yes, sugarcoating it as well. Because normally, when we were down in Dundee earlier on, I was making some recorded stuff which will go up on the channel later. And every time an Aberdeen bus was going by, you were expecting me to do that Aberdeen voice, weren't you?
Yeah, you know, tell you what, I've not done for a long time actually. Filming your coach and Team Shrek rival.
I've noticed that.
It crack on with that.
I noticed that because we had a slight problem. There was a delay start to the live stream today. Busboy says I would never call you Shrek. Well, that's all right. I don't
Hey,
mind.
do it. Honestly, don't suppose you just do it.
No, I classify myself as the BFG, Big Friendly Giant.
I classify it as the BBFG.
Very big giant.
Or Mount Everest, if I'm feeling all right.
Well, we were chatting to each other on WhatsApp this morning, and he says, I was looking up to you, and I says, yeah, like you do to other people, a lot of other people as well.
I look down to some, which is good on my neck.
Yeah, I look down to quite a lot of people. Physically, obviously, not personally.
Yeah.
I'm not better than anyone else. It's like I was thinking, what could you kick my backside at with knowledge? And I thought, well,
cooking, trains, planes, train mechanics.
Is there anything I could kick your backside with? Music, possibly.
Songs, singing.
Sport. Radio, maybe.
Yeah.
Technical, maybe. I don't know.
Navigation.
Well, navigation would maybe draw a line at that.
Yeah. Bus and coaches for sure.
Busboy says, anyways, so where are we today? We're in Monifieth.
Which was unplanned. We were meant to be going to Arbroath, but because the weather's not the friendliest at the moment, so we are here today. Just nice and simple. We're only here till 3, and then we're up to Canistry for the bulk of it. I've actually got a few nice treats for you guys. We were on one of the new exploding, the Utongs today. They're all right. Seats a bit thinner. The stopping bell's loud, and the indicators are very loud. We went on Stagecoach, the seed vehicle, the Enviro 100 EV 80,000. Beautiful bus.
Exactly, I'll agree with that. And the stopping bells on the Utong.
And you can imagine like a boxing bell, ding ding.
If you've got one of those,
or you ever been on the Mellow Stratan and you know. If
you've got one of those ring bells at your front door, which you can download onto your phone, that's exactly what it sounds like an even louder version of that.
And if you know what a Class 156 train is, that's what the design is based off of, in my opinion.
Exactly. Busboy says, my backside gets kicked with buses, and this is Stagecoach, we've got you. Okay? But I was about to do a gallivant or roar there, but I thought I better not do that live.
See that black and yellow band down there?
Yeah?
You want to know the initials for that company?
What?
FFS.
FFS. I could think of a three word.
Yeah. And I just said that to myself as I went past.
Well, that's what I said this morning when, unfortunately, my transport didn't turn up. I'll tell you all about that in just a moment because I think we've got a 158 coming in. It's spitting with rain at the moment, but it's gone dry again. I think Aaron's going to use one of the microphones when we get to Canistry. That's 158739. That's a bit of a dirty looking one, isn't it?
Noisy too.
Noisy, yeah, I'll agree with you. What?
There it goes.
Could be part of the engine, maybe, I don't know. That could be the turbo, that tin bit on the side.
Class 221 have like 7,900 gallons, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't know how much these are.
Don't know. I'm not an expert on that thing.
I don't mind that. It's not my favourite.
Busboy says, better Roblex powering your mum and dad's credit cards. Well, I've never done that, to be honest. And then he says, oh boy, 158 ScotRail. Yep. It's a nice sound, that, isn't it? Hopefully the microphone picked it up all right. I'm technically supposed to be wearing this microphone on my t-shirt, but I'm not going to bother because we're turning the stream off at 3 o'clock anyway, and then starting another one when we get to Canistry.
Something for the more delicate viewers of the channel. As it's from summer, got all the nice little flowers growing again.
Yeah.
Some of them are quite nice.
Some daffodils. I don't know much about flares, if I'm being honest.
I do a lot of gardening, don't get me wrong, but I spent 6 weeks making a full-on driveway when I was younger. But yeah.
Busboy says swings and crashes into wall. That was bloody loud. Obviously, the microphones are enhancing the audio.
You're saying that's loud there. I do think we should. Yeah. Okay.
It felt loud. It felt loud for us. Is what I'm trying to say. Yep, the bag follows me around. I take this with me everywhere.
That's one of the longest lasting bags you've actually ever had.
Well, it should be. I paid £1 for it.
What?
Aye.
How much did Tesco?
That's one of the bags for life's pay. I can't remember where I got it.
Lidl sells fast like a 10p. I think Tesco's like 25p.
Well, that was one of the ones that.
You have to pay for a bag.
Exactly. Same year.
Good old days.
My local co-op, you're meant to pay for a bag, but I usually just help myself to one.
The home bag, see if they do that 5 back to 9 mils.
Yeah.
That just won't be like a collaboration, just be like a nice chill out day.
Yeah.
I'll take you to the home bargains in Dundee. It's the largest home bargain, well, one of the home bargains in Dundee. It's the largest home bargains in Scotland. They have about 10 checkouts, and see, you spend half your life in there waiting for somebody. It's like 2 lines are open, and guess what? Not a single self-checkout there.
Well, Busboys just said, here's something for a shorty. Alba was in Falkirk on Saturday. Also, 8055 SN16 LKC. I think you mean SN15 LKC is on your route to 2900. I saw SN15 LKC this morning.
Yeah, I was in St Andrews that day.
That's right, you were filming your travel vlog, which if you haven't seen, be sure to check out on Aaron's channel because it was really good.
Thank you. It's an occasional thing. It'll only be happening when I'm out on my own or when I'm with family doing, other stuff. It's just something new because instead of just doing shorts, when I cater to people that kind of like doing the vlogs, it won't be as popular just now as the other shorts, but views are going up. But it is funny.
Yeah, well, I watched it on Saturday night when I was having my tea at home, and I thought it was really good. And I'm being honest.
I appreciate that.
I'm being completely honest. But no, what happened to me this morning was I went to get the 8:05 23 to Kinross, and I drove past the stop where I was meant to turn into Murray Square until the Cootree, which is where I live. And
yeah, you lived on that bit of road.
Not that bit of road, no. I do live in Tillicootree, but it's not there. But it drove past, and I thought, what? Because I went up to the roundabout and turned right, and I'm like, okay. So what next?
Yeah,
so
and then Shrek himself woke me about 8 a.m. in the morning. That was me until when I left my bed. I was hoping, okay, he's there, I'll get another hour's sleep. And everything then was just close my doing now. I was like, that's it. And then there's just you said, this street light, we're going to move on.
Every 2 minutes, there was a street light into Stirling, SN65 OKU, if I remember rightly, and it kept cutting out. But it had something wrong with it mechanically. I don't know what it was.
To be honest with you, even if it did get a jump start at Stirling Bus, it wouldn't have made it to the depot on a single thing. It probably would have conked out again.
No,
these street lights here are more reliable than that single bus.
I would agree with that. Completely because at first it stopped between Tillicootree and Alva, and I thought the driver was just slowing to let people go past because he was running early, and the engine died, and then it started making that sound. I thought, oh Christ, here we go, just my luck.
Some of the 2012 wires are sounding, made that sound as well.
Yeah, because it conked out again the other side of Alva, then again in Main Street, and then again going up the hill towards the university. And I thought to myself, see if we just make it to Causeway Head, the roundabout, I'm just going to transfer myself onto a Unilink or a 51. Or, no.
You just,
I continued to hold me into Stirling because it conked out again just before the bridge. So it was only when it went over a certain speed it appeared to be like the engine was dying.
It must have just been overheating.
Whatever the problem was, I don't know. But
I think even if it was overheating, that's what the driver was conking out, but it was conking out itself. It must have some sort of automatic system.
I think it's just a problem with the bus, personally.
You can get like a diagnostic laptop. You hook it up to your car, whatever you're using. You see what it's worrying about. In chances of half the thing, it's not even actually broken. It's just worried about something. You press a button, all those problems go away because it's hooked onto the engine. Then it works. Yeah,
because the problem seemed to persist when we got into the bus station. Because I noticed the mechanic opened the back end and was looking in the engine bay. Then he opened the little flap under the cab, where the batteries are.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, the bus has got two big monster-sized batteries,
No, these things.
double the size of a car battery. And I thought, okay. But then by that time, the M8 to Dundee was coming in, so I wasn't really giving two hoots about the street light. I thought if it needs like a recovery back to the depot, I still wouldn't care less.
Well, we'll see when we get home tonight.
Yes, it'll probably be another one. No, my luck.
Same one.
If it's the same one,
That's going to be a hit in the gut.
I can see myself paying £17-18 for a taxi.
That's going to be a punch in the gut.
And I'm joking by that. I'm not one for taxis.
I mean, I don't care about the weather. It's so fun doing this, but I mean, punch in the gut if it's the same street light it's causing that same problem.
And Busboy says, yeah, was that one of the Midland Bluebirds? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, thankfully we don't have any up here.
Well, I mean, I've got a funny feeling that when the Yutongs come to Larbert Depot for the 38,
We've got no need for the...
I've got a funny feeling that the Enviro 400s on the 38 might go to Bannockburn. And I think the Right Eclipse Urbans might do the same.
Do you think the MMTs are just saying the 54 it is?
I think so. I think what will happen is the 200 MMCs that are on X38 into Edinburgh, I'll just stay there. Because it makes more sense, because they're a lot newer.
Sure.
And they're Euro 6 compliant as well, whereas the...
And they're always Euro 6, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas, say, the Deckers aren't.
No.
And they can't use double Deckers on X38 anyway.
Oh.
Because there's a low bridge the other side of Glenlithgow.
I see.
And the bridge is too low for them to get under.
Well, the ones in Dundee must be Euro 6. All of them. Well, they can all get into the station.
Yeah, they've been upgraded from Euro 5 to Euro 6, whereas I don't think the ones at Larbert Depot have been upgraded. I could be wrong.
The only Deckers I'm glad that we have at the News Enviros are 8979, 8973, 8978, and 8980.
Busboy
guys haven't been on 8980. Get ourselves on. That's one hell of a bus.
Busboy says Alba they can, but I'm sorry, mate, but I've been told otherwise, because say there's a bridge on the other side of Linlithgow where the X38 Deckers can't get under. It's too they're too tall. And I haven't seen them on the H1 or the H2, but I think that could be due to fuel consumption.
You know, you get something like Gemini Mark IIs that have like the flattened top bit. You reckon one of them could get under it? Might just.
Maybe.
With a squeeze, but might just.
You would have to duck as the bus was going under. I don't mean wank wank.
Or just get, or I mean like an open top deck would be fine.
Yeah. It would be a bit cold in the winter and a bit wet in a day like this, but
yeah, and you get back by tree branch like the last year on the Elsa.
He says Albert Deckers can do the Edinburgh Keeneland service. Not what I've been told. It's not what I've been told. I could be wrong. And then he also says, have you ever saw the ScotRail bus? Yeah, that's the one that's on the 398, the little 200 EV. I've got a few videos of that uploaded onto the channel, I think.
I wouldn't say double decker on the 398, but it's a very bit of a squeeze getting to the central station.
It is.
I just think the EVs they should have just kept the MMC.
To be honest, 200 MMC EV.
The MMCs had better manoeuvrability because the EVs are just a bit too big. That's like trying to fit a Volvo 9700 DD in the money square.
I think the EVs do the job just as well, personally.
It's a bit big though. I mean, the buses barely have full. That's like putting a Volvo 9700 DD.
A Volvo BZL or an Enviro 100 EV would probably do.
That's like putting a Volvo 9700 DD on a 398. It's never going to get. It's a bit of a squeeze.
As you can see, there's nothing coming from the Broth side.
There's a train due any second now.
Not from the Dundee side. There's nothing at the moment, but as Aaron said, there will be in a sec, and I can feel the rain coming back on again, so I'm going back in here.
43, that was maybe at 2:15. That should be here in a second now.
Yeah, because it departed on date 14:24. It was expected here at 14:34, but it's now saying 35. Okay.
Well, that makes sense because also if the train's larger than what I fed, so it's got to make sure the car car doesn't overshoot.
Yeah.
Not that really matters anyway, because car cars are car cars.
Well, I don't know how much we're going to see here, but I mean, obviously, weather-wise, we can't control how the weather goes today. But we're meeting up again tomorrow. Probably use the microphones again because we're doing X1 and X10. And just as I say that, yeah, I can hear it. I'll let you see it in just a sec.
I might take a leaf out of your boot.
What? Oh, yeah, so it's up on the bridge. Yeah. I know Aaron's not seen my live stream from Falkirk yet. That took place on Saturday, but I found a bridge that even I can't see over, and that's in Falkirk Grahamston train station. But there it is. There he is up there, 5 carriages. Now, the only reason that we use the microphones, mate, is because so you can hear us better. Obviously, we're not going to talk when the trains are pulling away. That's the only reason why I got the microphones. But we can use them when we're bus spotting. We can use them when we're train spotting. It just makes it easier, for reading out the lights of the fleet numbers and the registration numbers. But just the whole idea from me buying them. Seems to be quite a busy train, that one as well. And to be fair, after viewing back the footage from the trains, I've noticed that the audio is actually quite louder, for the train pulling away, so you can actually hear it better than you would using my phone's built-in mic itself. So I personally think they were a good investment. Didn't pay much for them, they were all about a tenner. Got them off a popular auction website.
Yeah, you were sleeping. I've got the pepper bag for you.
What?
It's raining, it's cold, and the old man's snoring.
Old man is snoring. Are you listening to what this cheeky get here is saying?
I don't know, well, the bench didn't make sense, because you said you snore like a generator, so it makes sense.
Oh man, I do snore.
There we go. As long as I'm not next to you on a confrontation in the corner.
Well, we're definitely not going to be sharing a bed, that's for sure.
No, but I don't know exactly what bed would be next door to yours. There's no point having balls in it. It won't work.
And I'd just like to emphasise that neither of us are gay.
Thank God for that. I know someone that is, but I'm not going to name.
Yeah, I've actually got a friend who's gay, and he is genuinely gay.
All right. Cool. That's a modern world.
Yeah, well, there's
two trains now. I missed one, so.
Yeah, we both did actually, to be honest.
I would have recorded it in full content.
Well, I would have recorded it, but I didn't get my phone out in time.
Well, the two pieces of summer's nice.
Yes, I've got a funny feeling that that's our summer done. I just hope that we don't get weather like this down in Penzance.
I don't mind a couple of. I don't mind if it's like early in the morning. I don't mind that, but
during the night it can rain all night for all I care. But as long as it's not like that when we're out and about during the daytime.
Yeah. I remember I was in Turkey 2019, and there was a thunderclap that happened only a few miles above me. Like really like.
I've seen videos on YouTube of thunderstorms in places like Africa and Asia and all that.
It all depends on the climate. If it's tropical, then you're going to get a lot worse. But the second the cyclone hits you from the sea, it weakens because it forms.
As soon as you hear thunder in more tropical places like that, then it's loud, and it's like fork lightning as well.
Sure.
And it can be quite scary. I mean, I don't think we'll ever get fork lightning here in Scotland, but
In the more tropical places, yeah. That's your climate.
true. Oh, I'm getting a call from. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to have to cut the stream just now. I'm getting a call from a family member.